Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to scroll on in before I dive into the topic for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a peaceful Monday thus far, man. Everything going smooth for you all. Maintaining, elevating, focused on that health, all that good. Peace. What's going on, Amber? How you living? How you maintaining? How you holding up? You doing any fasting? Yeah, we got some venting to do today, man. We got some venting to do today. As always, man, I like to vent when it comes to this time of the year, man, especially when it's election season or selection season, as we say. Evan King, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Everything gets smooth my way. Everything gets peace my way, man. How everything holding up on your end? Louisiana, man, peace. What's going on, my brother? It has been a minute. I was thinking about you the other day. That's crazy. It's crazy how you manifest something via that thought. Like, I was wondering where you been at the other day. It was like 2 days ago. I was like, that I ain't seen the dude in a minute. Hopefully y'all maintain it, man. It's selection season, man. So I got to do my venting to counter or balance out or neutralize the coonery that's going on out here, man. The Samboism that's going on out here. I got to neutralize it because I'm seeing a lot of it. I'm seeing a lot of nonsense out here, man. I got to neutralize it. Selection season. We continue to fall for the okie doke, so I got to continue to neutralize it until the season is over with. I'm sure y'all know how I go. I'm sure y'all being hit with the same nonsense. I didn't heard people tell you if you don't, which I brought this up in the last video, but y'all know how I go. Repetition is king, but if you don't vote out here, you worse than the KKK. That's one thing that we out here dealing with. That's one mentality that we are out here dealing with. All Louisiana, that's the best way to move, bro. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is the best way to move. That's the best way to strategize, plot, scheme, whatever the case may be. That's the best way to do it. Behind the scenes. On the low, in isolation. That's the best way. That's the best way to build for that future. That's the best way to build anything behind those scenes. But yeah, it's a crazy time to be alive. You would think in 2020, after being tricked, bamboozled, deceived so many years, man, you would think that at one point we will finally get it collectively. You would think at one point we will finally get it collectively with all the information that's out here, with how easy it is to access a lot of this information. You would think at some point, and this would be the point, that you would think that we would stop falling for the tricks, deception, the trick knowledge, as we like to call it. You would think at some point we would stop falling for this okie doke. It's not happening. It seemed like it gets worse and worse. And that is a problem. That is a big time problem, man. It is a big time problem. It seemed like it gets worse and worse in regards to us falling into the pit of ignorance when it comes to politics. It's getting stronger and stronger in regards to that level of ignorance when it comes to this selection process and just politics in general. Politics in general. Like, black people got to understand that we don't have any friends when it comes to politics, man. We don't have any friends when it comes to politics, man. These politicians don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about anybody that look like us at all. Billy Wayne, peace. What's going on? Oh yeah, they pre-selected, man. They've been selected, man. And then they try to make you feel bad. They try to make you feel bad for not choosing to participate in the foolery. They try to make you feel like you uneducated because you choosing not to vote. If anything, I'm a little bit more educated, man, because I've done the knowledge to the situation and my educated opinion leads me to the conclusion that voting within this system is nonsense. And a lot of people don't understand that. We talking about voting within this system in regards to when we talk about voting, our votes not mattering, our votes not counting. It's within this system, within this wicked system. We're not talking about in general. We're talking about a system that thrives off of deception, specifically the deception in regards to our people, in regards to black people, deceiving us. This system thrives off of that. So of course, in a system of that caliber, our votes would not count. Our votes will not matter. Yeah, it's a big time facade, and it's a big time facade. I mean, it's a big time facade. You just gotta ask yourself. And the crazy thing about it is, and I say this all the time, but you gotta ask yourself, all the protesting that we doing, what system are we protesting against? The system that we protesting against is the same system that we are telling people to choose between the lesser of two evils. Like, it's that same system. We protest against that same system in regards to the brutality of our people. And then we want to turn around and tell people to participate in choosing between the lesser of two evils. What sense does that make? Hence why the cycle continues to repeat itself over and over. So we're going to protest against this system and then tell people the only way to solve a problem is to vote within this same system for candidates that were selected, given to you. That's the only solution to it. So we're going to protest against this system that we are yelling, hooping, and hollering, that we are saying is treating us unjustly, that's treating us unfairly. We acknowledging that, but then we feel like the only solution is to participate in the system. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. Lachelle, peace, what's going on? How was that born day? Or Carp, I definitely agree. We need forget our own agenda. We just need our own system, period. And I'm gonna keep stating that until it manifests itself. Montel, peace, what's going on with you? Yeah, Louisiana, that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people just don't understand that. Like, people don't understand that the foundation of the system has yet to change, and it will never change. If the foundation of this system were to change, it'd be an entirely different system. Hence why the same things keep happening to us, because the foundation has not changed, and it will not change, and no president can change it. So that will not happen, no matter who they select. No matter who they select. It's all a game. I mean, you could just see it. You could just see it, man, with the debates. I mean, you could just see the foolery. You could see the nonsense, the foolery, man. You can see it. It's a popularity contest. I mean, we didn't all been there, done that. It's a popularity contest, man. These people are out here preaching a bunch of lies, a bunch of nonsense that they know that they cannot do for you, for black people, just to win you over, just to win your support. That is all that they want to do, because it's a popularity contest. It's a popularity contest. That's all that it is. Like I've always said, it is wrestling, man. Politics is wrestling. That's peace, Lachelle. That is peace. Glad you had a wonderful time for your born day. Jay Willis, peace. What's going on? Or Cart, man, we pretty much have voted for nothing. Like, we was going to be destroyed whether we voted or not. Like, as long as we choose not to change our situation ourselves, like collectively, we going to be destroyed either way, whether we vote or not. I always ask black people the same question, and a lot of people get in their feelings, but some black people can admit this. But the only reason that people voted for Obama in the first place is because he was black or original. I'm going to use the term original. That's the only reason that people voted for him. Then I tend to ask people, how did your life improve for the better, like for the betterment of yourself when Obama was the president? My life was merely the same. Like, it was like my life didn't drastically or dramatically improve once Obama was selected and placed in office. My life did not dramatically improve. Like, I still witness racism and all that type of nonsense. I still witness discrimination, all that good stuff. So my life did not drastically, it did not dramatically improve simply because Obama was selected as the president. My life didn't improve. I don't know about you all's life, but my life did not improve. It merely just stayed the same. Nothing really changed. It literally just stayed the same. So people, we tend to romanticize the presidency of Obama. Man, my man's really didn't do nothing. And then people make excuses for dude to say, well, he didn't have enough time. He had the same amount of time as every other president. What you are admitting is you subconsciously know that a president is nothing, merely but a mascot. But that was the excuse that black people was giving Obama. Oh, he didn't have time to do anything. He didn't have enough time. Man, my brother was given the same amount of time as all these other presidents who have done absolutely nothing for us as well. We always looking for something outside of self to save self, man. That change is going to start with us. And that change doesn't revolve around us collectively coming together talking about I voted. Did you? That is not where the change is going to transpire. That's not where the change is going to occur, because we have been doing that for how long? We have been doing that for how long have we been participating in the voting process? And where has that got us collectively? Where has that gotten us collectively? I'm still seeing brothers out here getting discriminated against. I'm still seeing sisters out here getting discriminated against. They getting paid terribly. They not getting the proper positions in regards to what they are qualified for, in regards to these jobs, in regards to corporate America. So it's like the educational system is still garbage. It's still teaching a bunch of nonsense and fabricated information. The food industry, they still pushing these bad foods on us. The medical industry, they still killing us in these hospitals. None of this has changed. None of this has changed. None of this has improved. Montel, when it comes to Democrats or Republicans, most people can't even define what a Democrat or a Republican is, yet they want to label themselves as such. Like, you don't label yourself. This is the crazy thing about people who label themselves Democrat or Republican. That's not your everyday lingo. So we don't go around talking about I'm a Democrat every day, all day, or every week, or every other month. We only start utilizing those terms when it's election time. All of a sudden now everybody is a Democrat. Now all of a sudden everybody is considering themselves a Democrat or a Republican. This is the only time where people use such labels. Nobody refers to themselves as a Democrat outside of this particular season. Nobody refers to themselves as a Republican outside of this particular season. It's only when it's selection season that we start utilizing those labels. Oh, I'm a Democrat. Oh, I'm a Republican. Come on, man. Come on. A year from now, you will not utilize that label. You will not utilize that. You will not utilize any of those titles. A year from now, when we having a conversation, you won't be jumping on a live stream talking about I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. No, you will not. Absolution, Obama didn't end anything. But we already knew the answer to that. Louisiana, and that's what I was alluding to. Things most definitely got worse. Most definitely. But you already know the excuses that we made for Obama. We made excuses for Obama. We said he didn't have enough time. Or this is another thing that they said. It was crazy because when Obama was selected and placed into office, then it was like all of a sudden people became woke to the deception in regards to the government. Now all of a sudden people understood how things work subconsciously because they utilized those for justification in regards to why Obama wasn't able to do anything. So they would say, oh, he didn't have enough time. Or they would say, or this is one thing that I heard people say as well. They was like, oh, you know how they do it. They got a black man in the office, so they gonna do all these things under the table to make him look bad. So now we want to see how it works. So now we want to know and understand that the president really has no power when a black man is in the office. But then fast forward to today, you put Donald Trump in there. Now we forgot all that information that we were spitting when we was making justifications or creating these justifications for Obama. Now all of a sudden we believe Donald Trump got all of this power. We done made Donald Trump the boogeyman. But when Obama was in there, we knew and understood that it was people that had more power than Obama that was making some of these decisions, trying to make him look bad per se. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump, we feel like Donald Trump is making all these decisions. We done forgot. We done went back to sleep because we was looking for reasons to cling to our liking of Obama when in reality, nothing was really changing. Nothing was really changing. The only thing that was different was it was somebody that was in that office that looked like me or you. And then you want to sit here and tell your children that one day you can be the president of the United States. I don't want to be the president of the United States. That's not an aspiration that I have. That will not make me feel any type of way. That is not a good label to have. That's not a good status to have. I don't want to be that. It's nothing good about being a mascot or a puppet for rich, wealthy people. Because at the end of the day, those are the interests that you are serving. President is not serving the people. The president is not serving the masses. The president is serving the interests of the rich and wealthy people. Rich and wealthy people. And y'all know some of the fellas, the family names, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, Morgans, and things of that nature. Like we know those family names, man. We know some of these families, man. We know that 1% that controls the 99. Like we know that. We know that. We familiar with all that. We familiar with it. Louisiana, listen, the food is definitely a lot worse. Like this is probably the worst it has ever been in regards to the quality of the food, man. It's terrible out here. It is terrible out here. And these are the things that we really should be protesting against, but we're not protesting against. I mean, they throwing fast food places every corner, but we're not protesting against that. And that's the number one killer of black people, people in general. Heart disease. Heart disease. That's the number one killer. We don't protest against anything that contributes to heart disease. We don't protest against anything that contributes to heart disease. We don't protest against any of that. We don't protest against any of that. We make excuses. We make excuse after excuse after excuse as to why we got to indulge in these things that create the condition for us to fall victim to heart disease. That's what we do. That is what we do. Yeah, University, peace. What's going on with you? But it's crazy how people try to penalize you and make you look bad, make you feel bad because you choosing not to vote. Well, I'm here to make the people that vote feel bad and look bad because I'm not going out like that. I'm not about to let them talk down and ignore it this time. Nah, because here's my question to the people that's voting. All right, you vote Joe Biden and say they select Joe Biden. Then what's next? You just gonna sit around for 4 years and watch nothing happen, and then 4 years from now, you about to fall for the same okie doke. So my thing is, when you put Joe Biden in there, if you put Joe Biden in there, and if you believe your vote did that, then what's next after that? What's next after that? See, that's my problem. That's my problem with black people and politics. What is next after that? After you vote, and let's say Joe Biden is selected, then what is the next move? I'm not about to sit here and wait for Joe Biden to change my life. So are you telling me that's what the next move is? I'm a vote for Joe Biden. I hope they put Joe Biden in there, and then Joe Biden wins. Then what? I just sit and wait for Joe Biden to make rules that go in my favor? Is that what I'm waiting for? I'm gonna wait for Joe Biden to create jobs. No. Like we gotta stop sitting and waiting for this system to do anything for us. That is not going to work. That is not the way. That is not the way that we should be operating and functioning. Zucko, Peach, what's going on? Like that's not the way. That's not the way that we should be moving. We got to stop relying on this government, man. We got to stop relying on this system to feed us, to clothe us, to shelter us, and things of that nature, to provide work and jobs and opportunities for us. We got to learn how to create our own opportunities. So again, you voting for Joe Biden and Joe Biden is placed in there, then what happens? I just want to know what's the next move. Lindell, peace, what's going on? I just want to know what the next move is. Honestly, people out here running to vote for Joe Biden simply because they just want to get Trump out of office. They don't even have no vision. They have no vision. Like, your life is not going to change unless you change it. I don't care who is in office. I don't care who is in that office. If you believe in a devil, they can have, if you believe in a Satan, they can have Satan himself in that way. Nothing is going to change unless you make it happen. Period. Period, man. That's the way of the world. That is the way of the world. We are too dependent upon this government and this system when we really don't need to be. We really don't need to be. I mean, what do we want these presidents to do for us that we can't do for ourselves? Like, that's the question that I have. What do we want these presidents to do for us that we cannot do for ourselves? I'm lost, because I feel like everything that we want these presidents to do for us, we can do for ourselves. Now, when it comes to reparations, I'm no longer concerned about that. I'm not going to waste my breath on reparations because we know we're not going to get that. We got to create our own reparations. We got to get our own reparations. We got to do our own thing. Ain't no sense of hooping and hollering to this system talking about reparations. We would have been got that if they wanted to give us the reparations. It's not going to happen. Louisiana, again, when they say that, I always counter with our ancestors did not die for anything. Our ancestors were killed, they were murdered, they were assassinated, etc., etc. So my ancestors did not die for anything other than being black. That's what my ancestors died for. That's why my ancestors were killed, because they were black, because they were original people, because they was the most powerful people on this planet, and another people despised them because of that. That is why my ancestors died. That is why my ancestors were killed, murdered, assassinated, raped, all that nonsense, all that wicked stuff. That is why my ancestors died. They didn't die for my right to vote. They didn't die for my right to vote. They didn't die for my right to do anything. They died because of the way that they look. Point blank, period. They were killed. They were killed by wicked people, period. And we just got, that's all I leave it right at that, because that is the truth. That's the truth of the matter. TJ Patterson, most definitely. Do for self. That's the only way that we need to be operating. It's the only way that we need to be moving. That's the only way that we need to function. Oh, Lindell, that's crazy, man. They got you. Yeah, I feel sorry for you on that one. I feel for you. I feel for you. I feel for you on that one. That's crazy, man, to be caught up in that loop, especially when you don't fool with it. But we just gotta eliminate. We gotta eliminate the fear, man. We gotta wake the people up, man, because again, it's around that time where the Samboism is at an all-time high, where people are almost about to unfriend you because you're talking about you not voting. And all of a sudden now, not voting is synonymous to Trump supporter. You not voting, you're a Trump supporter. That's what they out here. That's what they out here saying to you. Zucco, man, that's what my people perish from a lack of knowledge. That's why we perish, man, because a lack of knowledge. But the crazy thing about it is, and what makes it so bad, is that these people think that they have some knowledge because they caught up in the wrong knowledge. As Elijah Muhammad called it, the trick knowledge. That's the knowledge that they are caught up on. So they caught up in the politics. They listening to these politicians. So they got that knowledge, the trick knowledge. And they think that they are educated because they paying attention to what these politicians are saying. That's the wrong, that's that trick knowledge. That miseducation that we talking about. That's that ignorance. And we fall victim to that knowledge. We fall victim to that knowledge, man, that trick knowledge, that deception. That's how they get us, to the point where they think they educating you when you say you don't vote. Then they start talking about all these things that these politicians have said. These puppets. They start telling you what all these puppets and these other politicians have said in regards to why your vote matters, why your vote counts, why you need to vote. They start repeating these, brothers and sisters. So that's that trick knowledge. So they think that they educate. They think that they are educated, and they think that they are educating you. Little do they know. Oh, Louisiana, listen, most definitely. And I made a status on Facebook about this the other day when I was talking about if I rock with you, if I fool with you, I'm gonna support you no matter what. I don't care. Listen, if you selling a $60 shirt, yeah, that sounds expensive. If I got the $60 to spare, I'm purchasing that shirt. Why? For one, because I understand it. You're not able to charge you as a mom and pop shop or a small business owner or somebody that's doing something independently. I know and understand that you're gonna have to charge a lot more for your product or your service than the average. Or if you was doing this on a corporate level, then you can afford to lower your prices. But when you are independent and you just starting off, then you have got to charge a lot higher for your product and your service. I understand that. So I'm not about to be sitting here talking about, oh, he trying to get over on his people. He trying to get over on his people. Man, I know and I understand it. Man, we have got to charge that in order to make a profit. The name of the game, one of the reasons why we doing what we doing is to make a profit, earn a living, so we can free ourselves from the system. So if a brother is out here and apparel is his thing and he's selling his shirts for 60 and I got 60 to spare, then I'm all for it if I rock with the brother, if I rock with the sister. I'm not about to complain about the price of it and say I could have found a cheaper shirt at Walmart. Well, duh, it's Walmart. You can find a cheaper everything at Walmart. That's not the point in regards to finding something cheaper. You got to support this brother. So the more people that we get that support this brother, then he'll be able to lower his prices and be able to maintain his living, his standard of living. Louisiana, most definitely. And Remy the Rebel, that's cool and all, but like I said, I don't deal with wasted energy. I don't. The way that I view this system and the way that I view the people that control the system, to me, that's wasted energy. I'm not about to be trying to demand anything from a snake, from a devil, from a deceptor, from a deceiver. I'm not about to demand anything from that said individual because I know the true nature of that individual. So I'm gonna go out here and get it for myself. Point blank, period. I'm gonna go out here and get it for myself. And getting it for ourselves is gonna be the reparation, because we gonna take over. We gonna reclaim our glory. So that's how we gonna get our reparation. I'm not about to, I don't need to demand, which at the end of the day is gonna turn into begging, because all that energy and all that time that's spent demanding something from this system can be utilized in creating our own system. So that's why I don't take that approach, because that's wasting time. Because we know how this system is. We know the people that control the system. We know their true nature. They're not gonna do anything in favor of us. So why waste that time? That time can be utilized in building something of our own. So we don't need to even waste that time. And this ain't about being passive. This ain't about being soft. It's about being smart. It's about being smart. We can demand all day long, but look who we dealing with. Look who we dealing with. So we gotta know and understand that. You gotta know and understand who you dealing with by nature. If they was gonna give us reparations, they would have been giving us the reparations. Point blank, period. They not giving it to us. We might as well stop. We might as well stop believing that they will, man. They not gonna change. They not gonna change. They not just gonna all of a sudden overnight give us reparations. It's not gonna happen. We should have been got the reparations. We've been deserving of the reparations. We haven't gotten it. So it ain't no sense of sitting there hooping and hollering, screaming at this system, just like we do when the cops kill us. Guess what's gonna continue to happen? The cops gonna continue to kill us as long as we keep functioning within their system and don't create a system of our own, to where we got a military and a police of our own. The same thing is going to continue to happen no matter how many times we stand up, hoop, holler, march, and protest against this system. They not caring. They not going to change anything. So ain't no sense of wasting that valuable energy and time. No sense. No sense. I ain't wasting time, man. I ain't talking to these people. I'm not trying to reach terms with them. Not trying to reach terms with them, man. We got to know and understand their true nature. A lot of people don't want to accept that fact in regards to that being their true nature, but it is what it is. We done had plenty of ancestors let us know the truth about these particular individuals who control this system. And we know what happened to these particular individuals who let us know and put us on game about the people who control this system, the people who have the true power. We know what happened to our brothers and sisters who spoke that truth to power. They did not last long. 1228 the Great. Peace. What's going on? Dr. Jewel Pukra, man. Yeah. Powerful. Powerful. Asiatic Sun. Peace, Lord. What's going on with you? Yeah, Lindell, the word free gets us in trouble. We like free. We like the word free. We like the words free and discount. That's what we like, especially when it comes to us dealing with one another. All of a sudden, we looking for a discount. Or we looking for something that's free. Man, pay that full price. Keep supporting your brother, especially when it's of good quality. Especially when it's of good quality, man. Don't complain about it. If you got it, support. If you don't have it, don't support. Don't sit there and complain about the price, though. Like, man, don't do that to your brother or sister, man. You know why they charging the price that they are charging for their particular product, man. If you don't feel like it's worth it, man, don't support it. But if you feel like it's worth it, support it. Period. We got some of these foreigners, some of these white folks that created these brands that we had dropped $200, $300 on their products and services without thought. And some of the stuff is not of the best quality. And we will drop everything to drop $200, $300 on some of their products and services. Like, come on, man. We got to stop being like that when it comes to supporting one another, man. It's the only way that we going to reclaim our glory, man. Reclaim our power. Oh, Remy, listen. We know the truth. And we just got to keep it at that. We already know. They know. They ain't forgot. They know. They know. It ain't nothing that need to be showed, man, because they know we know. They just going to continue to act according to their true nature. So it is what it is at this particular point. Yeah, Gay University. And I even got examples of voting locally not working, especially in my area, because they voted somebody in my particular area, and they thought this guy was going to make some changes. He was unable to make the change. Y'all know about the Mike Brown case. Y'all know what happened there. Yeah, they voted somebody in that they thought was going because he was talking the good game. He was talking that good talk, was unable to do anything. Because it was people that was letting him know that, hey, you better not do this. And if you do, this is what's going to happen to you and your family. So he was unable to make all the change that he was talking about. And this happened on a local level. Oh yeah, Louisiana. That's why you didn't hear me sitting around chanting Black Lives Matter and things of that nature. You won't hear me, you will not hear me utilizing that. You will never hear me speak that other than when I just spoke it. Like that movement was trash in and of itself. That's almost like even when you get a little bit deeper into Black Lives Matter and you start looking at stuff like the Urban League and NAACP, man, you gonna find a hand in all of that. You're gonna find their hand in all of that. NAACP, Urban League, and things of that nature. You're gonna find them included in that. They just won't let us be. They just won't let us be. They just won't let us be. You will find their hand in all of that. You will find their hand in all of that. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do not know that, but you're gonna find their hand in all of those organizations, man. That's why when we talking about some of these organizations, especially when they pop up kind of out of nowhere, like you always got to question it. All of a sudden, you had all these white people out here chanting with us Black Lives Matter and things of that nature, man. That didn't make me feel good. That didn't make me feel better about life because a bunch of white people was protesting, talking about Black Lives Matter. That didn't make me feel good about life, as if things were about to change. Man, that didn't warm my heart up. The underdog mentality, that's exactly what happened, which is, again, why I ask people all the time during this season, let's say Joe, hypothetically speaking, let's say your vote matters. Let's say your vote counts. Let's say you vote Joe Biden. Let's say Joe Biden wins. What's next? What we don't do? Gonna sit around and wait for Joe to put food on your table? Guess what? No, you not. You got a family to feed. Guess what? You finna go out there and get it. You gonna go out there and get it by any means. Ain't nobody gonna stop you from feeding your family. You got a family to feed. So you're not gonna wait for Joe to feed your family. You gonna go out there and get it by any means. You're not gonna let Donald Trump stop you from feeding your family. You're gonna go out there and get it by any means. You got a family to feed. That family is going to eat regardless. If you care about them, no matter who is in position, who is in that presidential position. So again, what's next? What are we waiting for essentially? What are we waiting for essentially? That's all I want to know. That's all. What's the next move? What's the next step when somebody we like get in there? I asked people that when they was voting Obama. I said, okay, so if Obama is placed in there, which I knew that he would be placed in there, then I was like, what's the next move? What's next for us? What are we going to do next to elevate our status, elevate our position as a people? What is the next move? Well, y'all saw the next move. Y'all saw the next move when Obama was selected. It wasn't much of a next move for Black people. We just sat back and we got comfortable. The underdog mentality, man, it's nothing to set that up. Just let me know. So again, like I said, man, we got to start putting in the work. We got to start making the moves, and it starts on that individual level. That's why I'm always talking about ownership and things of that nature, man. Just investing and all that type of good stuff, man. We just got to start doing more of that type of stuff on the individual level, man, so we can reclaim our power. So we don't have to become so dependent and relying upon this system. We got to really start taking matters into our own hands, man. And that's not going to change until we value the Black dollar a lot more, man. Until we value ownership a lot more. Till we value investing a lot more, man. Like, that is when things will change for us drastically. Until then, things will continue to remain the same. And we don't like the same. The same is corrupt. The same is chaotic. The same is wicked. Like, that's what the same is for us. So in order for this condition to change, in order for the circumstances to change, man, we, as they say, we got to be the change that we want to see in this particular country, man. We got to be that change. And too many of us right now are not striving to be that change. We are striving to vote for that change. That doesn't have anything to do with being, with doing, with living out that reality. We voting for something, and then we're going to sit back and wait for what we voted for to create that change that we want to see. That is not the way to go about it at all. I'm sorry. And I shouldn't have to say that, because we got history on our side. I got history on my side. History shows and proves that that's not the way to go about it. Because if that were the case, then, like I said, things would have been changed by now. Things would be different by now, and things are not different. Things are not different. Who is going to change the educational system? Who going to start teaching the proper knowledge to our children? Ain't no president going to come in and change that. Ain't no president going to come in and change that. Who going to come in and let the fast food industry and these processed food giants and the meat industry and the dairy industry know that, hey, you killing our people. I need for you to stop selling your product. I need for you to stop moving your product. I need for you to take some of these fast food places down. I need some of these processed food brands to discontinue. No president is going to let them know that. No president is going to change that. These are things that's in our control that we must change. We must change the way that we are eating. We must change We must change the information that we are gaining and the information that we teach to our children. That is what we must change. That is something that we must do. Thunder Scorpion, peace. What's going on, my brother? TJ Patterson, hey, most definitely. And we don't even know the science of just letting our money work for us and things of that nature. We take our money as soon as we get it, we give it to other people. It does not circulate within the black community. As soon as we get that black dollar, it goes into a white hand, it goes into an Asian hand, a Korean hand, an Arab hand. Like, it goes into everybody else's hand but ours. And we make a lot of money collectively. Yep, Louisiana. That's all it is, man. I voted. It's like a family or something, like a cult. Like, I voted. You see my sticker? I voted. Did you? Like, it makes you feel good about yourself to say you voted. Like, that's all that it is. Now it's like bragging rights. I voted. Like, okay, you know, I didn't vote. So what? So now what? So it's like a bragging right thing, man. I'm better than you. I voted. See my sticker? Like, man, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for any type of game like that. Patrick, man, I appreciate that, my brother. Patrick, most definitely, man. It's all, listen, we need to do the virtual Black Wall Street. Everything is virtual now. All Louisiana, most definitely, man. That hence the term the black sheep. Crazy that term is, man. As crazy as that term is, but hence that term. You become the black sheep when you have this view that goes against the norm, man. So again, like I said, you said, brainwashed, manipulated, bamboozled, tricked. So when you had that opposing view, they looking at you like you the coon, like you the Sambo. Thunder Scorpion, simple as that. Yeah, I mean, simple and plain. Simple and plain. It's a mass of people that's out here hooping and hollering that will not put any money up in regards to supporting you. But then you got the people that's behind the scenes like, hey, I need for you to protect my interests. I'm going to give you $1.2 billion. Well, there you go. There you have it. Everybody has a price, so they say. R Corp, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, Montel, on either do that or, like I said, start our own government, start our own movement. So those are like the only other options that I see. But yeah, that money talks, Thunder Scorpion. That money talks. That's exactly who they protecting. Those are the interests that they are protecting. The people with the money, the people that's spending the money, the people that's breaking bread. Those are the people that they will speak for, that they will protect and serve. They're not protecting and serving the people who don't put money behind them. Like, period. TJ Patterson, most definitely. All the spending power in the world. Every other ethnic group, every other race, every other nationality, however you want to phrase it, every one of them, they know about the power of the black dollar. Besides us, for some reason, we the only ones that think we are broke. We the only ones that think we are impoverished and things of that nature. We tend to think that about ourselves. These people know that that's not the case. Hence why, again, they set up shop in our community. They set up the rice shops in our community. They set up the beauty supply stores in our community. They know we make the money and they know we gonna spend the money. Hence why they put all this stuff in our community. So they know what's up. We just don't know what's up. We can be enriching each other easily. I mean, we can be enriching each other easily. And it's crazy. All the money that we make. All the money that we make. And we done had some of the most prominent scholars have to die penniless, die broke. I mean, these dudes have dedicated their lives to giving us a true knowledge of our history, and they had to die broke, penniless. That's sad. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. But we enriching all these other ethnic groups who don't care about us at all. But the people that care about the community, the people that care about, the people that sacrifice their time, their energy, their effort, their like everything, they die penniless. They die broke. We don't enrich them. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's pathetic, and that's sad. And that's something that we got to stop doing. That's something that we just got to stop doing that, man. We got to stop doing that, man. We got some righteous brothers and sisters out here that should be in better positions in regards to the work that they do for the Black community. Like I said, I'm going to repeat that again. We got a lot of righteous brothers and sisters out here that do valuable work for the community. They should be in a better position. They should be in a better position. I mean, look what we do when it comes to the church. These people that's out here preaching these lies to you. They out here living in $1 million homes, driving $100,000 cars. And you barely able to keep your lights on, and you giving them 10% of what you make. Like, come on. Like, that's the type of stuff that we fall. That's the type of stuff that we fall for in regards to us putting our money up. We will let a pastor or a preacher convince us that we got to give up 10% of our struggling income. Meanwhile, they sitting out here living in $1 million homes, having private jets and things of that nature. Down to see, peace, what's going on? Deliberate Dan, what's going on with you, my brother? Tryon Goodman, peace, what's going on with you? So we fall for stuff like that. We gonna put our money in that collection plate. But you got a righteous brother or sister coming to you, letting you know that, hey, I got this book letting you know about the true knowledge of our history, who, why, wham, and you looking at that brother like he a scumbag or something. But you will let that pastor convince you that you supposed to give 10% your income, and I mean you barely keeping the lights on. You barely keeping the lights on. You barely able to put gas in your car, and you got kids to take care of. But you letting that pastor convince you that you got to give up 10% no matter what. Come on, man. But you got brothers and sisters out here doing righteous work in the community, and you will not break bread with them. You will not break bread with them, but you gonna get that pastor everything. We gotta stop. We just fought. When it comes to religion and politics, we are so gullible. We are so naive as a people. Sometimes it is saddening. I hate to see it, hate to watch it, just hate to bear witness to it. When it comes to those two subjects, politics and religion, we are very naive and gullible as a people. It is disturbing sometimes, man. It is very disturbing. It is just, I don't know which one is worse. To me, they hand it, they neck and neck. It's like a tie. But I may have to, I don't know. I may have to give the edge to religion, because politics really only affects us every 4 years. That's when we start to get like ignorant with politics. Religion affects us every day. And again, like I was saying in my previous video, which if y'all didn't go back and watch that previous video, man, it shut off on me while I was venting. That was crazy. But yeah, like I was talking about in that previous video, I'm not talking about the people who are devout, and all that good stuff, man, dedicated to their religion, who try to live according to the rules and regulations of their religion. That doesn't happen 95% of the time. I'm talking about the people who overly criticize you because you choose to go You choose to go against that religious grain, the religious way of life. And they trying to tell you that you a heathen, that you a pagan, that you a devil, and all this type of nonsense because you choose to not be religious. Meanwhile, for the most part, you giving your money, you listening to this wicked pastor, this wicked preacher. And of course, that's not all of them, but a lot of them are. A lot of them are. There's not a big difference between a pastor and a politician. Not a big difference. Not a big difference. Not a big difference, man. It's just the subject matter changes. One is religious, one is politics. It's the only difference. But when it comes to a pastor and a politician, it's not much of a difference, man. Not much of a difference. Donna, see, I shake my head and I get so disgusted when people not only say that they don't support, like the way that we, now granted, every Black owned business is not up to par in regards to customer service, this, that, and the third. But my thing of it is, I have experienced bad customer service from white organizations, from Arab organizations. Listen, the beauty supply store, like I worked at a bank. Listen, the beauty supply stores in my area that's run by the Arabs, like they customer, I do not like the way that they deal with and talk to Black people. Their customer service is not the best. But the thing of it is, we never really actually put them on blast. But let it be a Black owned business give us bad customer service. Man, we gonna jump right on social media and say, see, this is why I don't support Black people. This is why I don't support Black owned businesses. That and the third is always your own people. These Black owned businesses got to do better. They just start going in. But when we get that same disrespect, that same bad customer service from a white corporation, from a white business, which I have gotten, we never jump on social media and say, this is why I don't support these white corporations. We don't do that. But when it's a Black owned business, we can't wait to get to social media to talk bad about Black owned. We throw them all in that box. We can't wait to put that business on blast, and we can't wait to put all Black businesses on blast when we had that one bad experience from a customer service perspective. And you gonna witness that. That's any level of business. You're gonna have businesses where they're gonna have bad customer service. That's a Black business, white business, Asian business. Like, you gonna have bad customer service. That's gonna happen. Not every Black business is gonna be legit for the people and good. So you're gonna have those experiences, man. You're gonna have those experiences, and that's everywhere that you go. But I done had some bad experiences dealing with all groups of people. I done had bad experiences dealing with the Asians, dealing with the Arabs, dealing with white people. So I done had some bad experiences. With a lot of different groups of people. Honestly, pimping hard. Woo, the pimping it. When it comes to these pastors, boy, they are pastors, pimps, politicians. The 3 Ps, man. They all in that same boat. They're all in the same boat. Yale University, listen, it's sad. Look, I wrote a book. Y'all all don't even know about this book because I discontinued it because I was so frustrated, yo. I wrote the first book that I wrote. I'm gonna give y'all a history lesson. The first book that I wrote some years ago. This might have been 3-4 years ago. The first book was titled Living While Black in America. I dedicated that entire book to my people, man. And I'm talking about, listen, Facebook, 5,000 plus friends, man, 3,000 people following the page, man. So that's like 8,000 people. Now I know how the algorithm works, man. But I got people after people. I got a bunch of people that's rocking with me, and they've been rocking with me since I've been on social media. So I'm like, they've been telling me, man, you need to put out a book. You need to put out a book. And I'm like, man, y'all know what I'm about. So if I put out a book, this is what it's going to be about. It's going to be a reflection of the stuff that I talk about. So I said, man, if I put out this book, hey, I'm putting my life on the line, man, because I'm going to go hard in this book. So then once people know that I have written this book, word get out, like I'm pretty much going to be blackballed because of this type of book, the information that I'm going to put in it. So I'm like, man, I'm going to need for y'all to rock with it and support it. Man, I put that book out. Granted, I got support, but it was nowhere near the level of support that I should have received. I'm talking about when I posted the book on Facebook, when I posted the pack, like when I had ordered like 50 copies, when I posted the 50 copies, when they had arrived, Man, I'm talking about like over 400 likes on the post. Nowhere near that amount in sales. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? The book, what it was like maybe $25. And I think I even brought it down to like 15. Still wasn't getting the support. All these people had told me over years to write the book, but when it was time to support a brother who put like listen, I put my life on the line right now. I put my life on the line putting that information in that book. And I discontinued it, man, because I was just so frustrated, man. I was like, yo, I put my time and energy into writing this book. And all the people that was crying to me, telling me I needed to do it, were the main ones that did support it. So I said, man, I'm not about to go out like my elders. I'm not about to be dying penniless because I'm striving to support my people. So I had went through a phase, man, where I was just like, forget doing anything for black people at this point, man. So I had went through that. I had went through that phase because that was crazy to me. But now I'm back on track, though. That didn't last long, as y'all can see. Eli Smooth, peace, what's going on? The Power of the Subconscious Mind is one of my favorite books, man. I read that book like 3 times. Lindell definitely got to do for self. And Eli, what type of business you trying to start up, yo? Underdog mentality. We need that. We definitely need more conversations like this. I need to have more conversations like this with the people who think they doing something by voting. It's like, man, again, it's not even that I'm trying to knock it at this point. What I'm saying is I deal with a pattern. If I've been doing something, it's insanity. If I've been doing something, if we have been doing something for X amount of years over and over, and the change hasn't manifested that I want to see, then it's time for me to start questioning that particular approach. That's where I'm at with voting. My people been doing it for so long and nothing has really changed. You can't get any better than putting a black person into the office. You can't get any better than that. So when that happened, what actually changed? Not much. So at some point, we got to look at a different approach. That's where I'm at with it. Tryon, most definitely. Oh, yeah. We never support the sellouts. Most definitely. No, we don't support. And that's another thing. This is another thing that I be having to break down to people that some people don't understand. It's like when I talk about black power, when I talk about being race first, when I talk about being for my people first and foremost, that don't mean that I support any and everything that a black person does. A lot of people don't understand that at all. No. If anything, that means that I'm going to be the first one to let that black person know that what you did is weak and wicked, and what you did is you acting like a Sambo right now. So I'm gonna be the first one to let a brother know that he's doing that. That's what it means really to be race first. You're gonna be the first one to let your brother know that he's slipping. You're gonna be the first one to let that sister know that, hey sis, you tripping. You moving incorrectly. You moving like a sellout. But I'm not gonna support that. If that's the way you choosing to move, I'm choosing not to support you and your endeavor, because I don't fool with sellouts, and that's the way you move it. Yeah, Eli Smooth. That's why I use the term original, because when it comes to black, it's a lot of different definitions in regards to that. It's a lot of different perspectives in regards to what black actually is. When I use the term original, then it's a color spectrum. It's black, brown, yellow, red. Those are all considered original people, because we know what gene is most dominant. But it's a color spectrum in that. So that's why I use that term. That's why I use that term. And just hypothetically speaking, just saying that he favors us, he resembles us, our pigmentation. But that still didn't change nothing. Still didn't change nothing. Dude just had a decent, cool personality with a cool family. That was about it. Our card, man, I was so frustrated with that experience, yo. Like, I was so frustrated with that experience. Like I said, I discontinued the book and everything. I still got actual copies. I still got actual copies of the book at the crib. That's how crazy it was, man. Like, you can't have me thinking y'all finna support it, man. I'm talking about, man, boatload of people was telling me, man, you need to write this book. You need to write this book. And they was telling me that based off of my statuses on Facebook. My statuses on Facebook were very rebellious, very revolutionary. So I was like, man, I'm gonna write a book in reflection of that, because that is what y'all asked me to write the book. I'm assuming this is the type of content y'all want. Man, that opened some things to me, man. Like, I did not appreciate that one. I didn't appreciate that one at all. But like I said, I appreciate the people that supported that work when it was out. But man, that was a slap in the face, man. that was a slap in the face. I mean, you gotta understand what's going on. If I'm applying for jobs and you look up my name and see that I wrote a book called Living While Black in America and you a white corporation, man, you ain't finna fool with me. So that's what I mean by putting my life and my livelihood on the line. I was like, yo, that's crazy, fam. Like, that's crazy. You realize the sacrifice that I made by writing a book with that title? Tryon and Thunder Scorpion. It was the first book I ever had written, man. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. It's called Living While Black in America. Like, I don't have it on any platform to sell, but I do have copies at the crib. Like, I can dish out to you all. I was selling it for $25 at the time. And I just looked at it as a mere donation. Like fam, you rock with your boy. You ain't even got to read it. But the crazy thing, man, the people that done read everything that I done put out, because I done put out 2 paperback books. I done put out 2 of them joints, but like I said, I don't have them on online. But everybody that done read the books that I produced, they enjoyed them. They liked them. So again, I know I didn't put nonsense in these books, man. Y'all already should know by the way that I conduct myself and what I talk about. Y'all already should know that I ain't about to come with no nonsense in a book. So I put a lot of valuable information in those books. But hey, I got my other book, man, that's gonna be real helpful. I got my person that I use to make my copies, or not my copies, but my covers, to create my covers. She working on my cover now. So that book gonna be available for my born day, November the 13th. So the book is done. I'm just waiting on the cover. So I may put it up on here for you all to pre-order that joint. But if you want to live in While Black in America, man, you could just let me know. If y'all ain't on Instagram or anything, man, you could probably just leave a comment or so, like, on this video, man, and I'll get back with you on that. And I got plenty of copies. Plenty of copies, man, so we can chop it up and I can send y'all some copies. And at this rate, somebody just asked me, Eli Smooth, man, I mean, shoot. Like I said, it's still 25, really. Avia Williams, like, okay, got you. Like I said, y'all gonna make me bring the book out of retirement, man. I had retired the book. I retired the book, man. That you talking about discouraging, boy. Like, I was mid-20s. Like, I felt like that was it. I was like, man, I put out this book for my people riding for me. So that, like, I'm not even gonna lie, that led to a level of slight depression, yo. Because I was like, man, this is crazy. Because I had read about at that point, man, I was doing a knowledge to my people and my history deep, man. So I had read about my people dying penniless, man. That was putting their life on the line. But I was like, it's a new day and age. They not gonna let your boy go out like that, especially when they see I'm out here doing the work. I could be like these other people out here telling you to cash out me some money. Man, I'm gonna give you a product in exchange for any type of money that you donate to me. I'm gonna give you this book. I'm gonna produce a book for you. I'm gonna give you content. Man, if y'all haven't been on my Facebook, man, but over the years, man, I dropped so much game on Facebook in regards to like health, fitness, man, just all of that, to the point where I done had people was following me over the years. I remember one brother came to me and said it was because of him, because of the information that I was presenting on Facebook, is because of that information that helped him stop smoking. So I have been putting out free game, man, just how to dive into a healthier lifestyle, man, just free game, man, stuff that people be charging an arm and a leg for, dropping free game after free game after free game, to the point where I feel like if I put out a book for 25, the least you could do is pay the 25. Because I'm telling, my Facebook page used to be crazy in regards to the amount of information that I used to put on that page. Like, I can't make it up. That's why those pages got deleted. Like, I kid you not, man, my pages were getting deleted because I was putting out too much valuable information. Too much valuable information, man. I again, like I'm on my 3rd Facebook page because of that reason. So I was just like, man, I put out enough. I put out a lot of free information. I'm going to continue to do that. But I'm gonna also put out a product. I'm gonna put out a book, man, because I like writing, and I always had, you know, the dream to do it. And I did it. Try on. I got plenty of workout plans, man. I got plenty of those joints. Plenty of those joints. Plenty of those joints. And that's what I tell people too. I tell people in regards to the workouts, I said, man, y'all better holler at your boy while I'm out here putting out the free workouts and all of that. It's people that will charge you an arm and a leg to give y'all some programs that I give you either for the low or for free. Because again, I deal with reciprocity when it comes to some things, but I know that if I dish it out with good intentions, then stuff gonna come back to me 100-fold. So I do things out of sheer love for what I do, man. So again, at the end of the day, like the money and all that's gonna come. Like some things I just do just because I love it. But I'm gonna still put in my work and put out my products and things of that nature. Like I don't know if I told you all my last video, but I got my immune boosting and energy boosting powder. I also have that complete and ready to distribute. I just got to get my labels for that. Oh, Asiatic, man, no doubt, man, no doubt. We had a very interesting cipher, man, but no doubt. I missed those ciphers, man. I was actually thinking about starting some up on this side. Starting some up on my own on this side, man. I was actually thinking about doing it, and I got to get out to holler at y'all. But I was like, in the meantime, I could get some things back cracking because now I got my own spot. So I got that gym. So now I can hold ciphers at the gym. So I was thinking about doing that. Get the guys in there and get the building in the gym. I mean, I was like, I got my own space, might as well utilize it. So that was one of the things that I was thinking about doing here in the future. Because man, we used to have some powerful ciphers. We used to have some powerful ciphers. Y'all got me, man. Y'all gonna bring that book out of retirement. I still ain't gonna make it available to the public, man. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna give it to y'all. So I don't know what platform. I know Tryon said he ain't on no social media, so I'm gonna need for y'all to send y'all information to me, man, so I can, like, I'm gonna need addresses and things of that nature, man, and then I can send y'all something in regards to like making the payment or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna need some information. But yeah, my email, I'm gonna put my email in the comment section. Because Tryon just asked about the email. I'll put my email in the comment section. So then that way, y'all will have that. So there go that email right there. Oh, Tryon, yeah, I got you. I got you. But yeah, I ain't going out like that again in regards to writing these books. I'm gonna go hard for this next joint. Like, nah, this next joint, I'm gonna start being like Jehovah's Witnesses when it comes to this next book. I'm gonna start knocking on your door. I'm gonna start knocking on doors. Oh, Asiatic, man, most definitely. I can definitely set that up. Oh, that ain't nothing actually. That ain't nothing. I mean, I'm always in the space, so it ain't nothing to set it up. We just gotta find times that work for everybody. So I can definitely get in contact to people on my end, but it's more so about aligning schedules. That's all it is. I mean, it ain't nothing to get to the spot. That spot ain't going nowhere. But that spot can be of good use in regards to ciphers, man. So that spot is cool. A little open space, man. We could do some powerful building in that space. We can plot, strategize, and do some things. So I'm always looking to build. But yeah, man, I'm a like I said, y'all can probably send some information to that email if you interested in purchasing that book, man, like your address and things of that nature. So y'all see that email, man. Y'all can send the address and all that good stuff, man, to that email if you are interested in purchasing that Living While Black in America, that joint. But hey, I'm back to it, man. I had got off track though. Like when I dropped that book and wasn't getting the support, I'm not gonna lie. I almost started feeling like Brother Polite out here, man. I was like, I'm done with. I'm about to start dealing with the enemy. I'm done fooling with my people like that. Like I almost started feeling like that. I could have been that person. I could have been like, give me your grit money. I could have been that dude. I could be that dude, but I'm not. I can't do that. Can't do that. Like I believe in fair exchange. Like nah, no. Matter of fact, y'all saw what I did. I could have been asking y'all to donate to my Cash App to GoFundMe to get the gym started. I could have went right on here. That's what's that crowdfunding. Like I could have did that. Like the marketing degree is coming out of me. Like I could have did that. I could have took that approach. I could have been like, hey y'all, could y'all donate to my GoFundMe because I'm striving to open up a gym. No, y'all saw what I did. I went and I just got the gym myself. And I was like, if you want to donate to the gym, because people was asking me about it, I was like, if you want to donate to the gym, you can, because the people was asking me about it. But at that point, I had already got it. So I'm not, hey, best believe if I'm asking for some donations, then it's about to go of good use, because you done already seen me manifest something and bring it to the physical reality. So you didn't already see me do that. So you ain't got to question. You ain't got to question anything on this end. But I still don't operate like that. I believe in producing something and then be like, all right, if you want to support me, purchase this. Or just even off the strength of the super chat that's on here. Like I never asked for that. But if you want to do it, then you can. I mean, you had an option. So I'm not going to deny it if you want to do that. But man, I'd rather you wait until I create a product or whatever the case may be. But if you feel like the information or whatever, or the inspiration that I'm manifesting on here is valuable enough, then you can do that. You can support that way. I'm not gonna tell you how to support your boy, man, but it is what it is. I never felt comfortable taking the approach that some of these people take. Like I ain't never felt comfortable in deceiving my people, acting like I'm for my people, but behind the scenes working against my people or working for the enemy. I can't do that. So I go all in when it comes to my people, man. I go all in for them. But at the end of the day, I got to earn a living. So it's a big sacrifice. It's a big sacrifice. But I feel like it's in my blood to be for my people. I feel like it's in my blood, because anytime I entertain any other type of thought, doesn't sit well with me. Doesn't sit well with me. I don't care how bad my people may treat me. I will always be for my people. It's in my blood. Like I just feel like it's in my blood to just do for my people. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm dedicating everything to in regards to the work that I produce. It's for my people. Granted, I may work with some, like it's training, like I may train some other people, but primarily I'm doing this for my people, to get my people healthy. That's my target. That's my target market. That's my target audience. Yeah, Gay University. Now, if I would have started scamming, then everybody would have came out and would have been blasting. But it's like when I try to do things in a righteous manner independently, then it's just like nobody wants to say anything. But yeah, if I would have started scamming, then everybody would have went crazy. All right, Tryon, I'm gonna be looking for that email when I get off of here and I get to my phone and I can check my email. I'll check that out. So it is what it is. Now I'm more so comfortable in regards to moving with my purpose. I feel like the support now that I have for my people is a lot stronger than I had back then. Back then, I just felt like I surrounded myself on like social media with a lot of artificial people. A lot of people who really didn't support your boy. They just all they really wanted was that free information. But they really went down to support your boy in regards to like products and services and things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm all about. You can't talk about Black empowerment if you're not willing to support Black people. Yeah, Louisiana is crazy. Yeah, when you got it, you met with a lot of hatred at that particular point. A lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. You think you better than such and such. No, I do not. People see me get a gym and they think that I'm struggling just like the average everyday Joe. The only difference is I'm doing something that I love to do. So therefore, it's like the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So I know that this is going to pay off because I am passionate about what I'm doing. So right now, I don't mind the struggle. I don't mind the struggle that goes along with putting these hours into this gym and training these people. Don't mind doing that right now. I did mind giving corporate America all that time and energy because I didn't feel like that would pay off in the long run for your boy. So right now, it's still the same struggle in regards to hours and working and dealing with people. But I feel like this will pay off because I love what I am doing. I'm passionate about what I'm doing. But now I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life financially. I had to take that sacrifice. I had to take that leap. I had to make that jump. Now was the time. It was time to stop procrastinating. So when I learned the lessons that I need to learn from what I did, the rewards are going to be great. And that's what you got. You got to start with the end in mind. So right now, the little trials and tribulations that I'm experiencing are temporary. Temporary. They won't last long. They won't last long at all. They won't last long at all. It gets greater later, as they say. So I'm not really worried about the struggle right now. I'm not really worried about obstacles right now. That's part of the game. That's part of making a sacrifice. I knew I wasn't going to just leave corporate America, open up a gym, and then the gym be booming consistently. So I already knew that. Didn't expect that. Everything is flowing according to what I expected and what I knew. So I'm good. I'm good in that regards. But like I said, man, I put my life on the line, man. I put my life on the line speaking what I speak. Because at the end of the day, we know how the system responds to people who say some of the things that I have said. I know for a fact, like I said, man, employers and whatnot, I know for a fact I was held back in corporate America because of my Facebook pages. I know that for a fact. I know that if I were to apply for jobs right now, these people will find my videos on YouTube. They will be like, nope, not dealing with this brother because he's on that. They wouldn't admit that, but I know that that's what they're doing because I know this for a fact. Because I had a previous manager say the first thing that he did was look me up on Facebook. So I know that. I know this for a fact. So we putting our lives on the line by not being afraid to say certain things. And I'm going against a lot of different industries. I'm going against, I'm going to talk about the government. I'm going to talk about the food industries that's trash out here. I'm going to talk about the educational system. I'm going to talk about all that. I'm going to talk about all that. All Louisiana, most definitely. And I'm already ahead of that game. Once I get some more skin in this game, man, I'm going to put my website up, which the website is already made. I'm going to just put it up. I'm going to promote it. So then I'm going to have another place for people to go, because I know at the end of the day, I know how I can get when it comes to talking. I can start talking about some things that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. They're going to ruffle the wrong feathers. So I know that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You got to have a smart backup plan. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket at all. We're going to have a black YouTube in a minute, because once again, they strive to do anything fishy with this particular channel. My website it is. My website it is. So that's the way that we gonna operate. That's the way that we gonna operate. We don't live in fear. We gonna speak that truth. We're going to speak that truth. We're going to continue to do that. We're not going to be afraid to do that. And we're going to speak the truth on all levels in regards to, like I said, whether we dealing with the government, whether we dealing with the mainstream media, whether we dealing with the food industry, whether we dealing with like the medical industry, all of that. No matter what industry we dealing with, we're going to speak the truth. We're going to speak the truth. And the truth hurts the guilty. And we know who the guilty party is. It's the people that we don't see. It's that unseen hand. That's the guilty party. But we're not worried about them. We're not worried about them. We possess a power that they wish that they had. We possess a power that they are envious of. Hence why they don't want to see the rise of that Black Messiah, because we possess that power. So they know that. It's time for us to know that and realize that and move according to that actual fact and that actual reality. Max 701, man, appreciate that, fam. I pretty much touch on every and anything, man, because that's the way that it is. That's the way that I operate. It's the way that I'm gonna operate, man. I'm gonna touch on any and everything, and then we're gonna strive to touch on the truth in regards to the topics and the subject matter. We don't deal with being brainwashed and manipulated over this way. We're going to ask questions. We're going to be critical. We're going to be analytical. We're going to deal with the logic before we get too emotional about a particular subject. So we're going to deal with the logic first and foremost. That's how we're going to operate. That's how we're going to move. But y'all, once again, man, y'all know what time it is. This has been a powerful build. I get the venting when it comes to certain topics and subjects. Y'all know how that goes. But I got some people that I got to go train. So I got to go ahead and get up to this gym, run these people through the ground, kill them, destroy them. Y'all know how I do it. So y'all enjoy, man, y'all Monday evening. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. And I'm going to see y'all again around this same time on Wednesday. Y'all be easy out here again. Y'all build on that positive, destroy the negative. If you're interested in getting that Living While Black in America book, I left the email in the comment. Y'all go send your address and all that good information to that email. But I'm out, y'all, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.